All right. So, in the previous, the story thus far is the False Sun crew had gotten a lead of the on some precursor artifacts in the middle of the water, just off the northeast coast of Vistar. Uh, Stocking up on potions of water breathing, they headed out there and picked up a curious water genasi named Guppy and dove to the bottom of the ocean, where they encountered several fish people, curiously speaking Sylvan, and after following the compass of desire, located what they were looking for in the possession of the elf known as Mal. After a intense fight in which they killed the fish people that Mal had been commanding through trickery and magic, Mal had requested a truce, and during a rest, at the end of the rest, a short rest, a magical darkness overtook the party. When it cleared, the only one standing in the cavern just outside the sunken ship, or just under the sunken ship, was Veran alone. So, Veran, what do you do? It is currently you're currently in a cave underwater. The water smells of lavender and feels weird, like you can move a bit more freely. There is a tunnel going deeper into the cave. But beyond what you can see with dark sight or dark vision, it goes beyond what you can see in dark vision.
First off, what the fuck? Oh shit, this is not good. This is not good. Aaron's gonna just kind of like look around. Try not to panic. Not this again. Shit. Gonna keep looking around, and then she'll start making her way down further.
All right.
To see if she could try to find anybody.
As you go further, the cave breaks into a tunnel that is definitely not natural. It's smooth stone with a tile floor, and the walls have intricate carvings etched into it. This far underground, with coral growing in certain spots, algae growing in other spots, but between the shape of the hallway, a sort of square shape, but with an arched ceiling, and the ceiling has gems dimly glowing, providing a dim light. You come across what looks to be a fork in the road, one going left and one going right.
Just gonna look back and forth. I'll go left.
All right. Uh,
I had to roll to see which direction I was gonna go.
that's fair. As you're running towards the left, you come across a door floating, and doesn't seem attached to anything. It is just a door and its frame. A door that looks pretty familiar. You've seen it before, long ago. It is it is the door to the upper deck of your old ship.
I'm gonna take the trident and use like the butt end just to like poke it.
Hear a thunk thunk as it seems to poke wood.
What? Poke it again and then like reach my hand out to touch it to see if anything happens.
As you touch it, you can feel the grains of the wood. It feels just as you remembered it.
And slowly, hesitantly, like reach out and touch the door handle.
Your hand feels the cold brass, and there's a slight light coming through the cracks of the door as your hand grips the handle.
I'm gonna slowly turn it open and open it just a crack.
All right. As you do, you can smell fresh sea air, and you can hear the sound of seagulls squawking and the rushing of waves, as well as voices, chuckling, laughing, the sound of someone playing some music, an accordion.
I'm gonna peek through the crack in the door.
Peeking through the crack in the door, you can see several figures are just having a pretty jolly time on top deck. You can see the bright, clear sky, the sun bearing down. You are currently facing the bow of the ship, and standing with the back turned to you in a long coat, with flowing hair and a decently sized hat is her, Sabine.
There's no way. This is a trick. Veran's gonna like sniffle a little bit and like open the door a little bit and just stick her head through a little bit.
All right. As you do, the accordion stops, and you look over at the person who is playing. It was the quartermaster of your old ship. Looking around, you can see the flag flying atop is a black flag with a skull that has a red kiss mark on its cheek. The quartermaster looks at you and she says, "Ah, Veran, you're finally awake."
The fuck is this?
Oh. Well, Captain's been having us tail this merchant ship. Doesn't seem like it'll be too long before we catch up. They've been giving us a bit of the run for a while, but they don't seem to have any cannons. Either that or they're just not returning fire for some reason. Probably the former. And looking deep at the sea, looking in front of you, you can see that you are indeed chasing a small merchant vessel, which is about to turn the corner of a large uh, rock jutting out of the ocean. Uh, a small island, but not one that can really be landed on. Basically, a very jagged rocky cone that reaches about 100 feet in the air. Um, so, the quartermaster says, "I bet they think that they're gonna try and lose us if they break sight. But the captain, she's always got something up her sleeve."
Definitely. Rin's gonna take like one step and then just kind of stop and look up.
You look up and you realize you're in your old clothes from back when you were the first mate on the ship. You don't have your hat on, and what's more is you're not soaked despite having just come out of the water. Roll a perception real quick.
Hmm. 19.
19. As you're looking, you can see you can see and you remember this doesn't end well. You start to remember what's on the other side of that giant rock outcropping that the merchant ship is trying to sail to get behind. You remember that this is a trap. This is the day everything went wrong.
Oh, shit. Sabil?
She looks behind and closes a spyglass she was looking through and says, "Oh, you're awake."
Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this. I think we should, turn around.
Really? What's that?
Seen it before. Seen it in my head.
No.
This don't end well. That's a trap.
It's a trap. Who? I don't think it's a trap. I mean, the only one who would even have the gall to try and trap us, well, we sunk their ship barely even a month ago. They'd have to have some serious pull in order to be up and running that fast.
You trust me?
I do trust you.
Don't follow them.
As you say that, the squawking of the seagulls stop, and as does the wind. Even the spray of the seafoam of the waves crashing on the ship stop mid-air. Sybil stops mid-blink, and you hear a voice saying, You who have experienced so much grief, so much pain. Is it truly what you wish to stop what happened? And from behind you, you see a figure, a glowing figure, almost hard to look at. She has hair that flows as though it's in water. She has elven features with long, fin-like ears, even longer than Guppy's, even longer than Tross's ears. and she has fins on her wrists and her and her calves. She is wrapped in a seaweed completely, and from her back are 6 fins like that of a beta flowing in the air, almost like wings, but with the physics of water around, as though she's eternally submerged.
You make these illusions?
I want nothing more than to bring joy to the last days of those who've experienced the worst kinds of grief and loss.
Think you're mistaken. These ain't my last days. Where's my crew?
They were given a similar offer that they accepted. You are resilient.
Can't change what happened back then. But I can't keep it from happening again. Where's my crew?
They are happy. They are in a blissful realm.
Is she blocking the doorway to leave?
Seemingly.
I'm gonna tighten my grip on the trident.
Alright.
Not necessarily threatening her, just more just preparing.
Okay. I can give you the same happiness. A world in which this moment never happened. A world you can be happy in. And you can live your entire life in that world if you accept my kindness.
I don't want it. It's a lie. Gotta make your own happiness. I'm gonna take a step towards her.
She doesn't flinch or move.
Let me pass.
If you go, you will never receive an offer like this again. You will never truly be happy and have...
Who the fuck are you to decide if I'll ever be truly happy?
I am one who sees so much suffering, so much pain, and seek only to help. The ones who aid me in bringing joy refer to me as radiance.
I mean, you got that little gold shiny thing going on, I guess, but I don't want that.
If you reject it, you can never see her again. You will never hold her hand. You will never feel her warmth. Is that a life that you can be willing to live with?
I got plans.
I can supply you the world, just as real as what's out there.
Veran's just gonna, be shaking her head. I got this for myself. Can't expect things to just be given to you. Please step aside. I need to find my crew.
I'm afraid I can't let you. Your crew belongs to me. They accepted my offer.
Last time I'm gonna ask nicely. Please step aside.
She gets inches from your face. She is about 8 feet tall and has to lean down in order to do so. And she says, "If you reject my hospitality, you will regret it for the rest of your life and your remaining days."
I have to do this.
Very well. Then leave and never return, and never speak of what you saw. And she steps aside.
Glance at her, and then I'm just gonna like speed walk right out.
As
Go
soon
back to where that.
as soon as you cross the threshold, you start to come to groggy. You seem to be you're held at both sides, being dragged by what looks like two of the fish people.
The course. Thunderwave.
Thunderwave? Alright, what do I gotta roll?
Con save.
Con save, right. Let's see. Ooh! A 9 and an 11.
Those both fail.
Alright.
That is 11 points of damage. They're both pushed 10 feet away. As soon as they're out of the way, I am booking it.
Alright. Which direction do you go? Forward or backward?
Would I have been able to recognize anything around me first?
Roll perception.
Just 16?
The 16. You can recognize that you're pretty sure you're in the hallway that you found the door in, and that they were dragging you away, like back towards the entrance.
Oh. Gonna run back to where that fork in the road was and then go to the right instead.
All right. So, as you run to the right, you find yourself in a. As you run to the right, you find yourself in a chamber that is circular with seaweed growing through the ground, growing through dirt that's on the ground, and coral on the wall. And along the wall, there are several pods glowing green. Many of them are really withered and only dimly glow. However, on the side, just to the somewhat to the right of the entrance, is about 8 that are glowing and significantly brighter, as well as not wrinkled. And in the center of this room, there is a large, tall pedestal with a glass sphere at the top of it.
I'm gonna check out the pods on the right.
All right. Which are you going to go to first, or do you just want to go at random?
Whichever one's closest to me.
Whichever one's closest to you. All right.
Yeah.
Let me double check that. All right. The pod is in the wall. The pod seems to be in the wall, like wrapped in some sort of plant-like material, and you can see something inside of it.
I'm gonna take the trident and just like poke the pod a little bit.
All right. As you do, it starts to release this glowing green liquid, and begins to shrivel as you puncture it.
Anything inside?
As it starts to clear out, you do actually see something inside. Wrapped in vines is your first mate, Levere.
Okay.
Shit, Levere. Is he like wrapped in like seaweed or something?
Vines.
Yeah,
Vines?
it's
Yeah.
closer to vines, but he is wrapped in. He is like wrapped and like partially submerged in the or partially not fused, but like the pod has like grown around him.
I'm gonna start cutting away some of the vines and try pulling them out.
All right. As soon as you grab him to try and pull him out, you brief flash, and suddenly you're standing on the deck of a ship. What looks like a pretty massive one, a man of war. You can feel the sea wind is rushing all around you. And looking around, you're in the central reservoir of Tortu, moving much faster than you've ever seen the turtle mech ever swim. And standing at the bow of the ship in a hat that is about, its brim is 3 feet in either direction, with a massive what at first you thought was like a red peacock, but you realize after a moment it's a phoenix feather coming out of it, and a coat with gold trim is the brass kobold. Levere, you're standing on the you're standing at the bow of your ship, looking across your turtle island, and you hear footsteps behind you. It seems that your first mate has just woken up and has come to greet you for a fine day, Admiral Levere.
Admiral?
Uh,
Oh boy.
Yes, you look on around at the fleet, at your fleet of ships, as well as the new ones being made by the turtle that you have that you had discovered and claimed.
Oh boy.
Uh,
Ah. Good morning, first mate. He looks very happy with his big hat.
yeah, you can't even see his face looking down. You just see a wide brim, Veran.
What the fuck is with the hat, Levere?
What? Oh, it's.
What the fuck?
I take it off and hold it in front of me.
Yeah, it is
Very
bigger.
big hat.
It's bigger than you are, since the brim is 3 feet in all directions.
I'm kind of holding it by like. I'm holding it by like where the head goes.
Yeah, it's like the hat from Scary Movie 3. You know, the deputy's hat?
It keeps getting bigger with every shot to her.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Eventually fills up her car.
Yeah. Veran, in fact, you're pretty sure the hat just got bigger, but you're not quite sure.
What the fuck? Anyway, Levere,
What?
this isn't real.
What?
It's an illusion. Wake the fuck up.
It
We're
seems
in
pretty
some sort
re-
of pod thing. I'm trying to get you out.
Veran,
I don't remember anything about a pod.
Lavier, Veran is talking some really weird stuff. Maybe she got into your Moon's Tear stash.
Are you okay?
Are you fucking kidding me? This isn't real. Do you remember that darkness and then you just vanished? All of you gone. Remember Guppy?
Should I roll something to see
Remember
if I
we're trying to with
Yes,
Mal and
roll intelligence.
Alright, -1. I rolled a 3.
All right. Yeah, no, you have no idea what she's talking about. Like this is how it's been for quite some time.
Guppy? Sorry, Veran, but I've been piloting toward 2 for months now.
no, we've been underwater for like a few hours.
Are you sure?
Yeah. You. Oh my god. Wake the fuck up. I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna take his hat.
My hat!
This hat, the fuck?
His horns are also bigger.
Oh yeah.
Is really what you want? What the fuck? That one Radiance, whatever, that woman.
As
She did this to you.
Lavier, roll a perception real quick.
$16.
As when the moment she says radiance, you look over at your man of war that you're on, and you see the a door to the lower deck, which it does not fit in place for just a brief moment. It looks less like ornate and more weathered and cracked. Just for a brief moment.
I'm sorry, Veran, but I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
Oh my god. Just come with me. I'm gonna grab his hand and start trying to, like, pull him back to where I came in.
Oh, my wheel!
You didn't necessarily come in this. You were just standing on the deck as soon as you grabbed him in the pod.
The same
He's
kind of
just gonna
place
reach
that
his
I
wheel.
knew I'd come in on mine.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume that's the exit.
The on yours it was the door to the lower decks. Lavier, as you're being pulled towards the door to the lower deck, you have your heart begins to race, and you don't know why, but you really feel like you shouldn't go there. And you start to come up with any reason you think is valid to not go down there.
But I need to check the stocks today.
Alright, I'll help you. Let's go down here.
The third mate's taking
I'm
it down.
gonna tighten my grip and just pick him up and go down.
All right. Go ahead and roll strength, Lavier. You can roll athletics or acrobatics in order to try and break the. Oh, Veran, you roll athletics. Lavier, you can roll athletics or acrobatics to try and.
I'm gonna go with
grapple out.
athletics because I have a +9 to that.
Oh Jesus.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say in Lavier's panic, he's going to forget that he's dexterous, and he's gonna try to wiggle free with his arms.
All right, then I'll assume that's an automatic fail then.
Well, I've rolled a 19.
Oh, never mind.
Total?
Yeah, total.
Okay, well, my total was a 25.
Okay.
Eh.
Yeah, no, your first mate is mutinying against you, and you can't do anything about it.
It's your fucking baby, come on.
Mutiny?
No, I'm saving you. Let's get the fuck out of here.
I'm just wiggling.
As you approach the door, you can hear the sound of pounding rain, and as you open it and you go through, Veran, you're there, but you're suddenly not tangible. Levere, you burst out onto the deck of a ship that is drenched in rain, pouring, being rocked by massive waves as lightning flashes in the sky, and you can see your Captain Saval is shouting orders on this ship, and it seems like everyone is in a panic trying to get the ship in order as it's being bombarded by wave after wave in this massive storm. You can see to the side a kobold is just holding a amulet to his head and rapidly saying a prayer. And as the lightning flashes, you can see what looks like a massive spike up ahead of nearly 50 feet tall. And then it quickly goes under the waves, followed by another spike with some sort of thing in between. And it takes you a moment. You didn't process this the first time you saw this, but seeing it now, you realize it's a massive fin. A series of fins that breaches the water and goes back under. A rogue wave rocks the ship, and Davitt loses grip of his medallion, which slides towards you as you're knocked into the railing. It's coming right towards you and about to go over the edge.
I'm going to try to go for it.
All right, roll dexterity. Just a check.
12?
I'll say you do get it. Roll perception real quick as you jump over the edge to try and grab it, and I'm going to roll for Davitt.
I rolled a dirty 20.
All right, Davitt rolled a dirty 20 to grab onto your tail to catch you as you go over the edge with the amulet in hand. You remember this happening exactly as it did, and for a brief moment you feel a pain in your head as your horn strikes the side of the ship, breaking off. And in the day, you didn't catch this when you were dazed in the first run, and also because you had no reason to think it was strange. But looking at the amulet real quick as you're being pulled up, you can see that there are certain runes which you can read, an ancient language. It's confusing. You don't know how you can read it at this moment, but then you remember, oh wait, the armband, or the wristband, as you're having trouble remembering what is. You're having trouble parsing the actual memory versus the knowledge, the hindsight knowledge you have now. As Davitt pulls you up, he says, "Are you okay? Give me that back. That's my lucky amulet."
I'm gonna have one hand on my very broken horn, and the other one reaching out to give him the amulet.
All right. He takes the amulet, and at this point, another of those giant fins breaches the water and comes straight towards the ship. You can hear your captain and first mate both yell as it strikes the ship, causing a massive hole. The dinghy is starting to. The dinghy is knocked loose from what was holding it down, or what was keeping it tied down, and starts coming right towards both you and Davitt.
I'm gonna push him out of the way.
All right, you push him out of the way as the dinghy strikes you, and the last thing you remember is you and the dinghy going overboard. And as soon as that happens, both you and Veran suddenly come to with a deep breath in the chamber. In this chamber. You are covered in a weird glowing green slime wrapped in plants that are now withering rapidly.
Do I remember anything that just happened?
Yes, vividly.
About fucking
Lavia is going to be
time.
crying.
Well, it's a good thing you're underwater.
I'm gonna reach
Oh,
over
David.
and pat him and just kind of sigh.
What did the amulet say?
You'll go ahead and roll intelligence.
I want to re-roll that. I'm using my inspiration for this.
Okay. I gave Lavier a point
Oh,
of.
for fuck's sake!
What was it?
It re-rolled to lower.
All right. What it said, you have no idea. It was too fast to make out the actual words.
I
But
wasted an inspiration. I feel like a dummy.
it was too fast to make out the actual words. But you do remember vividly seeing that it had that writing on it.
Oh, I kept it.
All right.
I am gonna say just a little bit of out of character. If David had not asked for it back right then, I would have said that's that's the amulet that Lavir wears. Because he does wear. Remember, he does wear an amulet of Io/Asgaroth.
I know.
Lavir's just gonna be kind of like on the ground.
Yeah, you just slide out of the pod and land on the ground. Your horn is it seems like your horn is not broken like it felt like it was. Like the breaking of the horn was just part of the memory.
Oh, this one was rough, wasn't it? Sorry, but I had to get you out of there. Hopefully the next one's a bit easier.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
gonna pat his head.
All right. Which
Excuse me. I'll go to the next one.
all right. There are two that are fairly close. Let's see.
You wanna keep an eye out? I'll do this.
I can actually send you a picture of the. All right. This is just a little preview of what I got. Actually, I can actually send you a. Oh, that's not what I wanted. All right. Here's what the. Here's how the pods are laid out. There are 7 left, and let me send you a full picture of what the room looks like, which the I'm not going to show on the screen just yet, but actually I might be able to. This is what the full room looks like, with the a large pedestal in the middle with a glass sphere at the top. So, which pod are you going to?
Going to the one like right in front of me.
Right in front of you? All right.
Yeah.
Let's see who that is.
Can't wait to bump into Miles 1.
Are y'all going to the same pod, or is Levere gonna go to a different pod?
Probably just to keep things easier, let's just do the same pod.
All right.
I'm actually wondering if maybe one of us should keep an eye out.
Alright, we'll alternate then.
All right. So Veran's going to the okay, so Veran's gonna be going to this pod, or was it the pod that was lower?
One that you have her at right now.
Oh, okay. So as you stab into it and the fluid starts to drain, you can see Guppy is currently the one inside.
Oh god, I lied. I wasn't ready.
This one is pod number 3 because I have them going left to right in my notes
Ah.
rather than by
Alright.
elevation.
You just rolling a d8?
No, I actually have I have each
Oh, wait,
pod
no,
has
that's
a
right.
yeah, each pod has a specific character in it.
If Veran did go with a random, would you have rolled a d8?
Yes.
Alright.
All right. So in this one, it is Guppy that is wrapped in plant matter.
Right. Let's see if we can't get you out.
All right.
Same thing as last time.
All right. As soon as you touch touch Guppy, you're suddenly whisked into a room that feels underwater, though you can still breathe. You're not sure if the illusion allows you to breathe or it's because you still have water breathing potion effect. But you are currently in a room that is very fancy. It's got some pretty nice furniture, a bed a 4-post bed with the posts being made out of very long spiral shells, and a curtain made out of woven colored seaweed, tightly woven, and sitting at a table eating. You can see all your friends as well as Guppy and a sea elf that you've never seen. Guppy, Veran just came back from exploring your palace.
Oh. Burn, you're back. How'd you like it?
Great. Guppy. Shit.
You gonna come sit and have dinner now? We saved you a seat.
It's kind. This is an illusion, Guppy.
He's gonna grab you and be pulling you over. What? A what? Gesundheit.
It's an illusion. It's fake.
Uh,
What you're seeing isn't real.
the sea elf puts her hand on Guppy's shoulder and says, "Oh, come on, come on, Gups. Your friends are being weird."
Well,
I'm
they're
gonna look at Guppy like right in the eye and just put my hand on his shoulder. So the shoulder. You need to wake up.
I'm not asleep. River, they're from the surface. They don't, they're
Right,
they're
right.
weird.
Sorry, I keep forgetting. It's so interesting. So you say that. Sushi here was saying that sometimes rain, sometimes water falls from the sky, and it's called
From
rain.
the sky. It's mate. Sometimes apparently it's frozen.
And Dr. Tross,
Right, Veran?
Dr. Tross states, and sometimes it doesn't rain. Sometimes there is no water in the sky.
No water. Can you imagine?
There's an entire country within a land that doesn't have water in an easy to access place. It's called a desert.
Yes, I want to see it. You guys have to take me there one day, right? We'll go there one day, won't we, Veran?
Guppy,
We saved
I'm
River,
gonna
so I'm
look
good
around. I'm gonna look around for like a doorway or like something.
Roll perception.
Let's see, +4, I think. 17 plus. Yeah, 21.
All right. You do notice a wardrobe has doors that don't look like they belong on a wardrobe.
Hey, Guppy, I'm curious about this. Could you show that to me?
to go. What
I'm gonna point over towards it and like start walking over.
As
do you not have?
as she goes to your wardrobe, you don't want to go into the wardrobe. There's just a bad feeling about the inside.
I mean, it's cramped in there, Veran. I don't know why you would. Do you not have wardrobes on the surface?
I think you should come over here.
I don't. Guppy's
You got a
gonna.
bad feeling about it, right?
Yeah.
That's because you're not supposed to be here.
I don't.
It's
Of course I'm
take you back.
back.
Yeah, remember we're looking for your friend and you're helping us too?
We found her,
We're
and
underwater?
Guppy's gonna pull
Nope.
over River.
No?
She
This isn't
River
real.
waves. River is Veran, you have a hard time perceiving River. Guppy, you have no issue, but Veran, there's just something about you can't find any defining details about her. You know that she's a sea elf, but you can't really perceive her. Guppy, you can see her just fine.
He's like looking between the two of them and looking back at like the crew that's like gesturing to Veran, like what?
Even Mal is there.
Oh.
I don't know. Would Guppy consider Mal a friend in this?
I don't know if Guppy would consider Mal a friend, considering his friends were trying to kill Mal.
Okay,
so.
then Mal's not there.
So.
Only the
Guppy,
people Guppy wants to be there are there.
Can Guppy make a save to see if he, like, what roll would this be?
It'd be an intelligence.
All right. He is a trusting little son of a gun. So. That is an 8. So.
No, everything seems like you finished your mission. You don't know what Veran's talking about.
Yeah. He'll take like a step closer to Veran and he'll just be like, look, is it, are you guys waterlogged? Is this what happens?
Guppy, I need you to listen to me. This isn't real. We need to get back. Okay?
Why?
I'm gonna pat his shoulder and I'm gonna give him a bardic inspiration.
Alright.
Oh.
I need you to think about this. This isn't real.
Okay.
You need to wake up.
I'll think about it. And that's another intelligence. This one with advantage.
It's
or is it just a reroll? Plus a D8.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Whoops. Bardic inspiration. My bad. Well, that's a 21. So.
Yeah, you realize, wait, you start to have that thought of, wait, you know you saved River, but you don't really remember. You try to think back on how, and you can't really think about how. You remember going into the Forbidden Waters, you remember fighting Mal, and then it's a blur, and then you are back at the palace with all your friends. All your new friends.
Guppy's eyes are gonna kind of well with tears as he like looks back at the.
You're underwater, so it's not visible.
Beautiful scene before him, and he's just gonna be like.
I know.
Do we have to?
Yes. If you really want to save your friend, you
Okay.
need to wake up. We need to go.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him a sympathetic smile and just kind of help lead him.
Yeah.
As you go through the wardrobe, Veran, you once more become nothing but a spectator for the scene before you. The face is a lot more clear. The face is a lot more clear as, judging by Lavir's, it seems like this is more of a memory than a fantasy through the wardrobe. Guppy, you have just arrived back from your study abroad with the Circle of Lights, and you've just entered the throne room where your father sits, a sea elf with long flowing hair, as deep as as deep blue as, like, it has a gradient of like light blue at the top but dark blue at the bottom. And he looks somewhat troubled.
What is it? What's wrong?
I wished to tell you in person. I felt it wasn't right to just write to you.
What happened?
It's about River and Tide.
What about them?
Tide's illness. And he looks down. He can't. He seems to be avoiding eye contact.
Oh. I see.
River, she left.
Well, we gotta... Just left? We have to find her.
I can't let you.
What? You didn't send anyone after her?
I can't send anyone after her. It's far too dangerous.
I'm going.
I
I'm going
forbid
after
it.
her. I don't care.
He looks at you and says, I can't lose you.
I'll come back.
Will
Mom's
you?
watching over me. Right? How bad could it be?
You know, her powers limited with the current situation. She does have some influence, but I'm worried it may not be enough.
Well, I've got other training now. You know. That will be. Besides, I'm just going to find... She couldn't have gotten that far. Alone.
She left a few days ago.
Well, okay. That's fine. You know... She... What, you knew where she was going when she left?
There's only one place she could have gone.
And did nobody go try to stop her?
We did, but she swam too far. I wouldn't dare send our soldiers into those waters. Not unless there was a reason to.
I see. My only friend isn't a reason to. And he's gonna leave.
Your father tries to stop you. Some guards start to chase you.
Let me see if I have anything for a getaway in my spells. Thunderwave.
Thunderwave. As you cast that, you don't have to mark off a spell slot since this is, but as you cast that, the guards are pushed away and you get a head start, leaving. You swim out of one of the windows of the palace, and the last thing you see is your father holding his ears. It says, "Guppy, please. Please." And that's the last thing you hear before you suddenly come to. Veran is holding you, pulling you out of a pod.
Hey. You're awake. It was quite some illusion, wasn't it? Hmm?
Gabby's just like, yeah. It was a good illusion, though.
Rub his back a little bit. I know, it looked kind of nice until, yeah. Sorry.
It's okay.
They were messing with you. We've been there. We're here.
Hey,
Tapir, your turn.
I forgot I was muted. I was muted, but I asked Guppy if he also had a traumatic memory.
The day I ran away to find Riva.
Levere, from your perspective, it seemed to happen pretty fast. Like, you just saw Veran cut into the pod and pull Guppy out. Guppy awoke like as soon as he was like being pulled out. From your perspective, the whole thing took about like 6 seconds or so.
Well, I'm gonna pull out a dagger and stab pod number 2.
All right. This one is about the size of your pod. What your pod was.
And I have 3 ideas.
I think. Let me double check.
No, Mal's an
Yes.
elf. It's gonna be tall.
Yes.
He's just gonna sit on the floor crying.
So as you stab into that one, you can see Sushi.
Of course, I get sushi.
Uh,
Alright. Let's get her out of there.
all right.
Once all the goo has drained out, I'm just gonna grab her by the shoulders.
All right. As soon as you do, you're suddenly standing in a palace with intricate. The floor is made of wood that is polished so much you can see your reflection. There are several very thick pillars with serpentine dragons. The pillars are painted red with the serpentine dragons coiling up it in gold. It's very, very ornate with paper windows letting the light in. And sitting atop a massive throne is Sushi. Sushi, this person just entered your court unannounced.
Guards? Anyone there?
Oh boy. Really? Sushi, I'm gonna put... How tall is the throne?
The throne is about 8 feet up. It's about actually. It's got stairs, so it's got stairs leading up to it. So that would be about 10 to 15 feet high with the stairs.
Palace have no security.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my Empress. We'll have the security. We'll find out who's on security detail and have them executed at once. You hear a voice to your side say as Udon steps out.
Wait
Alright.
again.
I'm gonna look around and try to find that weird door.
All right, roll perception. Also, Chalkfeed, can you move a bit closer to your mic?
That's a dirty 20.
All right.
She just like waves her hands, like, have them flogged. The goddess will like that more.
Yes. Yes, Empress. Levere, you spot a doorway behind the throne that is heavy-duty metal.
It gives up that weird aura.
Yes, you get a weird feeling. It doesn't belong necessarily. Sushi, you see Levere. You see this unknown intruder is eyeing the door to the vault, where you keep your most powerful and sacred items.
Lizard, what do you want?
Don't give me that bullshit, Sushi. Come down here and spar me.
How dare you speak to Empress Sushi that way? We should have your tongue cut out, Udon says, stepping forward.
You really think an assassination attempt would be that easy? No.
Let's get aside, start running up the stairs.
Guards! Guards! Assassination attempt!
She's going to just stand up.
Alright.
You will not. I would like to, as soon as Levere's close enough, I want to, like, straight up deck him.
Alright, roll an unarmed attack.
Already decking you.
Both of y'all roll an unarmed attack.
I rolled a 17.
The most anime thing that could happen.
I'll say whoever gets the highest gets the hit.
Alright. I also rolled 17.
Alright, you both punch each other at the same time. You both deck each other, and there's like a brief moment where you're both like standing your ground with a cheek full of fist, and staring daggers at each other.
Okay, you
Neither
big dummy.
one
This
budging.
is fake.
The most anime bullshit. I love it.
I love when the dice tell a story.
Come on, dummy. This is fake. We gotta leave.
Why should I believe you?
Why shouldn't you?
And why should I care? I want to
drown in a pod? Because that's where you are?
I'm gonna try to bite him.
Alright, roll a bite.
Bite. Bite. 10.
You fail.
Yeah. You try to bite his fist, but he pulls it back.
I'm gonna pull her into a headlock and give her a noogie.
Alright, roll strength.
Strength or athletics?
Oh, athletic. You roll athletics. Sushi rolls athletics or acrobatics.
I rolled a dirty 20.
I rolled an 8.
Yeah, this intruder just put you in a headlock.
And it's giving you a noogie.
Yeah. This is a strange assassination attempt, but you've had stranger. You're
All right,
pretty sure
come
you can
on.
work with this.
Come on.
Hellish Rebuke. Hellish Rebuke.
You should have done that with the
This is
punch.
technically an attack.
No, this is a grapple.
Yeah. This is a grapple.
Noogie is an attack.
No, Noogie doesn't do
Noogie
damage.
doesn't deal damage.
Yeah, Noogie is a free
It's
action.
an intimidation tactic.
Yeah, Noogie is a free action provided the person's grappled.
Fine. Sword
You're
burst.
probably
It's a shitty intimidation tactic.
Fine.
you're probably
Sword
thinking it
burst.
was an attack since grapple takes the attack action, I think. But
Sword burst.
Well, okay.
Swords.
All right.
Make a
You can
dex check.
try.
Yeah, dex save, Levere.
Dex save?
Yep.
15.
That barely saves. Okay.
All right. You try to
All right.
use sword burst.
I have you by the neck. I'm jumping off the side of the throne with you.
All right. It hurts when you land. I'm not gonna make y'all take any fall damage, for obvious reasons, but it does hurt when you land, and you're standing right outside the vault. As soon as you see
Dragging her.
Yeah, as he's dragging you to the vault, you start to get anxiety as you do not want to go down the vault. You start to come up with any excuse as to why you shouldn't.
I can't believe your fantasy doesn't involve any of us. What a dick move.
The goddess doesn't want me to go back down there.
Oh, what? Where you keep all of your cool shit? You don't want to be with your cool shit? He's opening the door.
As you open the door and shove Sushi in,
I can't.
you're also pulled in and become intangible. You're nothing more than a spectator to the scene that follows. Sushi, you land on your hands and knees at the foot of the throne of the room you were just in, although it's slightly different in ways that only you can perceive. Looking down, you can hear your father's voice. Speaking out, and he says, "Sushi, my daughter."
I'm going to look up into his face.
He looks down at you. Emperor Sashimi looks down at you, staring daggers. What you have done made him extremely angry. He says,
I didn't mean to. Didn't mean to bind to it.
You were never supposed to be down there.
It has a will of its own.
Yes, and I was trying to protect you from it.
What? What do you want from me, Father? It's done.
Yes. What I
Blood
want
has been spilt, and the goddess has accepted it.
The blood you spilt brought dishonor on you. You can't just kill a general of our army.
Been enough dishonor in this family. One more bout will only stick on the pile.
You have two options. I hope you know which one is the better one. Either exile or execution.
Fine. I will go. But only because I will show you that this was the right course of action.
When you bring honor upon yourself, you may return. But until then, you are no daughter of mine. I will permit 3 of the staff to accompany you. Just to make sure that you do not return before you're ready. And to keep me updated on your whereabouts. Should I stop receiving their letters, then I'm afraid I will have to. And he looks away in shame.
I'm going to stand up and walk away, but and I'm holding the sword,
Yes.
not like just holding it in my hand, just walking away.
Yes. As you do, Sashimi waves his hand, and soba, udon, and ramen follow you out. And as soon as you cross the threshold of the door, you suddenly wake up as Levere is pulling you out of the pod.
Really?
What do you want?
What do you see? What do you
ultimate
see?
fantasy has nothing to do with us.
I just want my throne back. Damn it.
I'm putting
That
her
was
in another.
quick.
I'm putting her in another headlock and noogie.
All right.
That was quick.
Roll athletics. Sushi, you can roll athletics or acrobatics.
You nerd.
Muted. Oh,
Athletics again. God fucking damn it. I got a 4.
You had to beat an 8.
You're in a
Fucking take your noogie.
you are in a headlock, receiving a noogie once more.
Swordburst.
So 4 of you are alive. 4 of you are awake.
I activate Swordburst again.
You know that
Make a
you're,
dex check.
That'll also.
you're going to be attacking your captain.
Well, no, Captain's just out of range, but Guppy is not. Isn't it 5-foot radius?
It is a 5-foot radius. Yeah,
So
sorry.
Levere and Guppy, both of y'all need to make dexterity saves.
oh no. Guppy's like, oh, you have a throne too. He just gets sword burst. Ah, that is a 6.
That one. I crit fail.
Oh, you crit failed. What
I
about?
rolled a 6.
Oh God, you both failed. How
8
much
damage?
8 damage.
It's not much damage.
It's fine.
So you both
It'd be
take
hilarious if we were just close enough to hit the next bubble, but no.
no.
Ugh.
That's just out of range. Guppy, as you're having the thought, oh, you have a throne too. You suddenly get hit in the shoulder with a spectral sword, which immediately evaporates, leaving a hole in your shoulder.
It's a shit, Sushi. Come on.
Are we not supposed to mention the thrones? Is that rude?
Okay, look, it's just It was just not great.
Guppy's
Okay.
gonna go over and pet Sushi.
Sushi
no.
will accept the pets.
I know.
Oh my god. Okay. You guys stay out of trouble. I'll get the next one.
All right.
All right.
Which one you taking on?
Oh, the top one.
The top one? All right. Let's see. Who is that going to be?
So pod 5?
Yes, pod 5. All right. So, as you stab into it, you can see the immediate thing that strikes you is green hair, golden freckles, tan skin. This is Mal.
Oh, this fucker. I don't know. Should we let him out or just leave him?
Leave that one for me. I have
Okay.
questions.
All right. I'll go to the one just below that then.
All right. Where is Veran? Going just below that. As you cut into this one, you can see a
That would be
dwarven.
4, right?
Yes, you can see a dwarven figure.
Should be fun. Gonna try and get him out.
All right. As soon as you grab Lorcax, you're suddenly in a house, a very simple-looking house. You can see Lorcax has just Lorcax has just sat down to eat a nice meal with some people that you don't recognize, nor can you recognize, as their face is difficult to parse any fine detail. The only thing you can really tell is that they are also Dwarven.
So
and-
glad to be back from a long trip.
And Lorcax, as you were getting ready to eat breakfast, Veran has just entered your house unannounced. Your good friend,
Oh.
Veran.
Oh, hello there.
Hey there,
What?
Cox.
I was about to. I didn't have anything prepared. I would have made a extra bowl for you.
Oh, no. Don't worry about it. Hey, this might sound weird, but, this ain't real. Do you remember we're underwater? With Mal?
I haven't really seen water in ages, to be honest. Been living in these nice lands, you know. The air's been good to me. So is these kind folks nearby.
Uh-huh. Uh,
Poor Lord Cax, he's dumb.
Uh,
No,
He's
I
supposed
have.
to be the
I have
smart
no
one,
in
right?
That. I have an int of 9.
you can roll intelligence real quick.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Alright, hold
I
on.
have an int of 9.
Just roll intelligence regularly.
Yeah, just straight
or-
intelligence, I guess.
Alright, hold on. An 8.
Oh no.
The same as Levere's.
Yeah, no. This is just. I mean, you had your adventure, and you're retired now. You have no reason why this would be fake. You're living a nice life with your companion here. Good old You're drawing a blank on their name. But
It
they
just
sit
said-
down. They sit down and begin their breakfast with you.
Well, anyways, they're here now, so I'll probably see if I can get their name out later. Veran, here, have a seat. You can sit by with us.
Oh my
We can
god.
talk and catch up, you know. It's been a while, too.
Why is everybody so fucking stubborn or stupid? Oh my god.
Hey, that's really rude of you to say that.
You're the third person I've been trying to save. This
I think
isn't real. You
you're
need
sounding
to
pretty
wake up.
crazy, Veran. I'm not gonna lie. How did you get here?
I touched your arm when I was trying to pull you out of the pod, and it brought me here.
I placed my hand on my arm. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's gonna take for fucking ever. Alright.
What?
I'm
No,
gonna
alright.
look at him for a sec and just kind of try and gauge how much he weighs.
How much does Lorkek weigh? Roll perception, Veran, and
Lorcax just rolls deception to say he's later.
11.
I don't know. You don't know. He's a dwarf. He could be pretty heavy.
Yeah, they're usually heavy.
It's just big boned.
It's not something you can easy pick up like a suitcase. Just saying. Don't
Gonna
expect
be
that.
heavier than Levere, but I think I could still get ya. Hey, Lorcax, let me take you out for a beer. I'm gonna pick him up and just like, try and take him out.
I'm gonna be
All right.
struggling like.
Veran, roll
almost
athletics.
over.
Lorcax, roll athletics or acrobatics to escape grapple.
I roll acrobatic.
So many grapples today.
I think that
I got a 7.
7.
Natural 20. I'm pretty sure that'd be.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's you do it. You do it pretty easy, and take him outside. Just outside the door is the Lorcax. As soon as you're outside, you can see the cellar, the door to the trap door to the cellar, which suddenly makes you panic. Like you don't want to go in the cellar.
Please stop! No, please!
Lorcax, you need to
Put me
trust me.
down.
You need to do this.
Stop, please. I've had enough. No more.
Just a bit more, Lorcax. Just a bit more.
A lot more dramatic than everyone else.
Please, please. I don't want to do this anymore. I
I had
don't
no
want to go
idea you were so
outside.
emotional. Come on.
I don't. I just give up. I'm just exhausted.
That's depressing.
Time for Lorcax's traumatic experience.
All
Yeah,
right.
this goes.
It's just
All right. As
just
you
wanna be left alone.
all right, as you're pushed down the cellar by Veran, Veran goes into spectator mode, and Lorcax, you fall into some mud. You just tripped. Yeah, you had just tripped. You've finished digging a grave in this cemetery, or in this graveyard, as rain is pouring down. You pick up your shovel back, wipe some of the mud off, and look at the hole you've dug.
Wait, I'm sorry, I got lost. So I'm digging up a.
You just finished digging an empty grave
Okay.
as rain is pouring down.
I'm gonna get myself in it.
All right. You crawl into, or you look down at the grave, toss the shovel aside, and pull and jump into it. Once you're in, the lightning flashes and the loose mud starts to fill the grave. And with that, you suddenly wake up, falling out of the pod.
You're fucking heavy. Gonna help him down. You okay, Lorcax?
Ah,
Jeez.
Somebody get the alcoholic a drink.
Jesus. Ugh.
don't know
I might have to wait till we're back on the surface.
Get off me. Ugh. Damn it.
Hi, Lorcax.
Shut up. Just get my composure. Lorcas just gets his composure up and just wipes the tears out of his face as quickly as he could.
You're underwater.
Oh wait, still underwater?
Yeah.
Oh, no. He's
All of y'all
doing
have.
it anyways.
Every single person so far has had tears that aren't visible due to being
Just let
underwater.
us cry.
Yeah.
Let us cry.
Out the face.
Yeah.
This is why we're just making the sea extra salty today.
Exactly.
Uh,
He gets his composure. Says, let's go.
all right.
Not a word.
He's gonna
About
go
any of
offer
this.
Lorcax a hand.
No,
This
I
is.
don't need your stinking hand.
Okay.
Not a word, any of you.
So, this is what it is so far. Nobody has grabbed Mal yet. They're still entangled.
Can Guppy look around? Like, there are no other
Oh, yeah.
pods in the room, right?
There are several pods, but none of them are, like, all of them are, other than these ones, all of them are withered, like raisins, and glowing only dimly, whereas these ones are glowing fairly bright.
Guppy is gonna go look in the other pods to see if anything has been left behind in them.
All right. Go ahead and you
Adventurer.
you go into you go and slice into one of the pods, one of the wrinkled pods, and what you see there is a ghastly sight. It is an emaciated body that has been completely drained. It's almost like it's been mummified, which is extra concerning because I don't know if I don't know if Guppy's ever seen a mummified body,
No, very
considering
much.
it's in the water. But
Yeah,
kinda
things
hard to
typically
mummify.
desiccate in the water.
yeah,
It is
but
possible to, but it's hard.
yeah, no,
Is-
this thing is absolutely desiccated.
Is the body identifiable at all?
Roll medicine.
It's like a skeleton with saran wrap on it.
Yeah. It's like what people used to draw dinosaurs as.
15?
Well, he's got a beard, and he doesn't have gills.
Okay. At this point, Guppy is going to fucking panic and slice into the other ones. Like,
The
Oh, no.
the
Oh, no.
other
No, no, no.
withered ones.
yeah, the other withered ones.
All right, you slice another emaciated.
He's
body.
essentially making. He's trying to make sure River is not one of these.
All right, as Guppy's doing that, does anyone else want to?
Veer was gonna grab Mal.
I was gonna kind of save her for last, but then I realized that Corvus isn't here.
Yeah, I was surprised about that, to be honest. I'll go cut open one.
All right.
Veran
Right,
Uh,
Sushi gets an
is
interaction.
doing
one on the
Dr.
end.
Cross's. She's gonna until she finds his. She's curious about him.
well,
I'm gonna go at the one at the end.
All right, you're gonna go after the one at the end, Sushi, and Veran is going to go try to search for Tross.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Sushi, as you cut into the one at the very end, what you can see is someone you don't know. It's a woman with blue skin and fin-like ears. A sea elf, if you had to guess. And she looks. She looks a bit thin. She looks a bit thin, but.
Okay, I'll
not,
pull out the blue.
Uh,
Grab the blue.
well,
Don't
no,
don't do it.
Now,
Veran, the next one, the one next to Mao, that you open, you slice it open and you can see Dr. Tross is there.
Oh, nice.
So,
I'm going to immediately try to get him out.
all right. As soon as you touch him, you're whisked away. Yeah, once again, the spray of salt sea across your face as you're on a ship. You hear the sound of cannons booming as you can see Dr. Tross with a hat, not as big as yours, but still fairly sizable, and wearing a long coat, a long green coat. Is standing arms crossed, chuckling as they fire cannons at a ship
Okay.
across
We're not
the
done yet.
sea. You can see that Maggie, Magdalene Pie, has just fired the last cannon as the ship they were firing at sinks. You can see the you can see the flag of the ship that they just sunk was a skull wrapped in chains as it finally goes under. You can see the you can see what looks to be a human, old in like his 70s, has just climbed upon some driftwood and is coughing up seawater as Dr. Tross pulls out a dagger and tosses it, hitting the guy right in the forehead as he collapses. The dagger disappears and reappears back in Tross's hand, and he says, "Ha ha! Ah, finally, work well done." And hear a boom as a rift opens in the sky. An airship, like a ship with black sails and fins on the side, descend out of a portal that opened up and gently land in the sea in front. Standing in front is a human woman whose face you can't really discern, but next to her is a tiefling, which you can see the face of, a yellow tiefling, and the woman says, "Good work getting rid of that vermin. We have a spot open for a ship if you'll accept it, a quartermaster." And as you see the name on the ship that just descended from the sky is called the Crepuscule Cavalier.
Oh my god.
Dr. Tross turns to Maggie and says, "You hear that? They have a spot on their ship. Think it could be fun?" And then they notice you, Veran, and says, "Ah, Veran!
Holy shit, Dr. Tross.
What?
That was fucking badass.
Yes?
Oh, now I know
How
what
did
you
you How did you stow away on my ship?"
Oh, no, I didn't. Not really.
"Ah, you plane shifted here. Now I should really get
No.
some things to fix that."
Hey, so, you know, like, about illusions or, like, being put to sleep and seeing things?
Of course. Now I've been to the
Yeah,
Astral Sea
so-
before.
So, you're in a pod right now, and I'm trying to pull you out. Catch my drift?
I have no idea what you mean. I do not know what you're talking about. Like, that sounds like some nonsense to me.
Did he roll dog shit like all of us?
Why do I keep getting all the people that can't figure this out?
I posted
This
what he
is
rolled.
not real.
It was a nat one.
Oh,
This isn't
My
real, Dr.
goodness.
Tross.
Of course it's real.
No, it's not.
Of course it is.
No, it's not. You want me to prove it?
Yes, if you have some empirical evidence to prove that this isn't real, I'd love to see it.
I'm gonna look around for a door.
Alright. Roll perception.
16?
Alright. What you see is, looking for a door that doesn't belong, you do see a door that looks like it would fit more on at an inn than on a ship. It's what leads to the captain's quarters.
Alright. Go through that door.
That door?
Yeah,
That just leads to my room. Well, I guess it
through
won't
it.
be my... Hey, do you want a ship? I just got an offer to be a quartermaster on the Crepuscule...
I heard.
Yes.
Congrats. Go through the door.
That door?
I'll prove it. Yes. Go through that door right there.
That
That's
door
your
right
point.
there.
Yes.
Uh...
It'll take like 2 seconds. It'll prove to you this isn't real. Just open that door.
Roll persuasion. Since he's an NPC.
Persuaded?
Yeah, since he's an NPC, you might be able to actually persuade him.
Oh, I have a plus 11 to persuasion.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah. Expertise. That's a 26.
Alright. And as he does, Maggie says, Albert, you're far too trusting. And Tross says, nonsense, nonsense. Like she said, it'll only take 2 seconds. And he puts his hand on the doorknob and just stands there. He says, 2 seconds. Just it'll only take 2 seconds.
Just open the door.
I am. You
You
see?
can do it.
You see, I have my hand on the doorknob.
I see that, but I don't see it opening.
Yeah, it's strange.
Just open the door.
I think it might be locked. I may have locked the keys inside.
I'm gonna walk over and I'm just gonna help him.
All
I'm gonna
right.
put my hand on his and open the door.
You do, and it turns open, and he's like, "Yes, okay, so it wasn't locked. I guess."
Push it open.
All right, you
Put my hand on his back and just help him take a step in.
As you do, he stumbles into what looks like the room of an inn, and you see a weird glaze over his eyes, sort of, and he says, "Ah." You can see Maggie, much younger, is currently packing away her clothes and items, and he says, "Ah, Maggie, you're spending so much time up here. Gogorog just jumped on the table and started belching the Elm national anthem. You should go see." And Maggie says, I can't. I'm leaving." "What? What do you mean leaving?" Maggie says, "Look, we did our duty. What else is there for us? We keep getting attacked, and if one of us dies, I wouldn't be able to live with myself. I'm leaving all of this behind. And you can come if you want, but you know how the captain gets." "I do know. But I can't just leave you on your... If you get attacked all alone, then who will be there to, you know, help them? Help you?" He says, they look at each other, and he says, "I don't want you to go. And least of all, not alone. I do agree that these last few years have been very difficult. Much more difficult than it should have been. And I don't think I'm ready to give it up yet, though. But I'm also not ready to give you up. You're like my sister. And you need someone to, you know, help protect you. And I need you to help keep me alive. Are we going to leave now while the rest are all drunk off their ass?" And Maggie nods. Truss says, "All right. Let me go get my bag." And heads out the door and suddenly starts coughing up the green. You all see him wake up and start coughing out the glowing goo. He says, "Oh, that was unpleasant."
Hey, Tross.
Yeah?
"Oh, hey. That was,
Doing okay?
No, but, I don't think I've been okay for a long time."
Okay.
"So what happened?"
There's this, magical darkness and, came through. And as soon as it was gone, all of you were gone. I was by myself.
"Yes,
Cause what the fuck?
yeah.
Again, by myself. Looked around for a bit, had my own issues with, it's an illusion. Finally found you guys, and started breaking up in pods.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What caused this?"
Radiance.
Radiance.
Yeah, she's elf. It's she's golden shiny. I don't know.
Mm.
Like 8 feet tall. She was huge.
Could she be a hag?
I don't know.
Hmm.
She said she wanted us to be happy in our final days.
Oh, I do not like
Speaking
this.
of weird elves, there's a thing in this one. I don't know who this is.
Uh,
Kind of
v-
raisin looking.
Guppy, when you hear that and look over, you can
It looks
see.
like a raisin.
Guppy, you look over and see. Yes. Rose?
My bad. I had muted myself. Guppy has been like slashing at these pods,
Yeah.
and he's like, okay,
It's been
okay.
it's been shriveled body after shriveled body after shriveled body. But then you hear
Okay.
Sushi say something about a weird elf.
It
He's gonna
looks
look
like
over.
a raisin.
Yeah, it's her.
Oh god! Something about weird elf and raisin, and he looks over and sees it's not a raisin, and he is very relieved as he
Yeah.
rushes over
She does.
and
Looking at her, she
Not
does
a
look.
full raisin.
She does look to be about 10, maybe 15 pounds lighter than you last saw her.
He's got
But it's still
wrinkles.
her.
all right. Guppy
Not
is
sucked dry yet.
gonna grab her.
All right. As soon as you do, you're.
Oh god, it's Shiver! Thank God.
As soon as you do, you're in you're in an eatery back at your hometown, your home city. It's the place where you always hung out. You can see River there with her little brother Tide.
Aw.
They seem to be enjoying a meal of fried, fried over a thermal vent tuna. Her large fin-like ears flicker with the as some plankton land on it. She adjusts her golden pearl headband and brushes some of her deep blue hair out of her out of her face. And then she notices you. Guppy! I'm glad you could join us.
River. I'm glad you're okay.
Of course I'm okay. Why wouldn't I be? So how was your travels abroad?
Oh, they've been very interesting. I'm still traveling, sort of.
Well, I'm glad you could stop by in town.
You don't remember leaving?
No? Why would I
guess-
leave?
He's gonna look over to Tide. Oh, right. I guess
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. Tide, spelled with a Y, is gently munching on his food. He looks like he looks like her, though his hair is a bit lighter and also shorter. But he seems to be fine and healthy.
I see Tide's doing well. How did, what did the medic say about a cure?
Oh, yes. We were able to find one. The alchemist was able to use a plant that they got on the surface to make a cure.
What was the plant?
I don't know. It had some weird name.
I mean, they would have told you what the plant was.
Yeah.
What did it look like? I might have seen one on my travels.
Oh, it was red and round, and it was very hard.
A flower
No.
that was hard?
No, no.
A plant that was hard.
Yes, a plant.
Hmm.
It was like, oh, I don't know.
River.
What?
He's gone.
What? Who?
Come on.
What?
You know this isn't real.
What isn't?
This. He's gestures to everyone and kind of puts his hand, like, pats Tide on the head.
Well, of course he's my brother.
River.
What?
You can't remember how he was cured.
They
You would have remembered that you were always the smarter one.
no, they used a plant from the surface.
You would have remembered exactly which one.
Yeah, it was
You can't even remember its name.
why can't I remember its name?
River. He's gone, and you left for the Forbidden Waters.
But-
I'm trying to save you, but you have to. You have to wake up. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that I wasn't here for you, River.
She looks down. She conspicuously looks away from Tide.
Guppy is gonna get up and give her a hug, and in the process look for a weird, out of place thing.
Roll perception.
Oh, my perception's not great.
Well, the good news is she rolled a dirty 20 for
16.
her intelligence. You see the door to the you see the door to the back of the eatery is has a weird energy to it.
Guppy's after he gives her a hug, he's gonna stand up and take her hand and just be like, "Come on. I know it's odd."
She goes, and just outside the door she says,
I know.
If I go in there, I can't come back.
I know. But what would be better, living here for however long it takes them to shrivel your body, or living for real?
She sighs and says, I may be the smart one, but you're the one who sees things for what they are.
Oh no, I fell for it too.
Oh,
My new friends helped me out.
new friends?
I made friends.
Yeah, you should tell me all about them in great detail.
I will. You can meet them.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
She hesitates a bit, but goes to but enters the door of her own volition. You enter a weird state where you're non-existent, and you can see River has just walked into her brother's bedroom. Her brother is laying in bed, very gaunt, sunken eyes, and is breathing very heavily. There is an alchemist. The local alchemist is looking over him and says to River, I'm sorry, but there's nothing we can do. It's progressed too far. It's gotten into his gills. Now, unless we have some way to force him to continue breathing, there's not anything that we can do. We caught it too late. And River looks down at her brother and holds his hand and says, I know. I know. She whispers something to Tide, and Tide whispers something back. And after a few moments, Tide's arm goes limp in her hand. And she wakes up in the pod, coughing out the green glowing liquid.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Guppy.
what for? What for?
For dragging you into this.
What? No, it's fine. Of course I would have. Mom said I could come. It's fine.
She smiles and says, You're a terrible liar.
Shut up.
And then she suddenly gets serious and says, We have to go. But before I remember what happened. I remember who she was. I'm good at figuring things out.
She's very good at figuring things out as he like
She looks
to
at
the others, like very good at figuring things out. She's top notch.
We have to go. This is this is something that's almost as powerful as your mom.
Oh, what?
I remember reading about it after you left for the to study with the Circle of the Lights. I took an interest in the extraplanar stuff, just so that we could have something to talk about when you got back. And I learned powerful entities from a place called the Feywild. Powerful entities that can control the fabric of reality itself in a certain extent.
Well, that would explain a few things. He's gonna look over to the crew, and then he's gonna be like, "We've got two more. We've got two more to save." And then
Yeah.
We-
So she's going to take that
And then we'll
opportunity
go.
to just like
How long's it been?
tap the next one.
For you?
Since you left,
Well, since you started, since you cut me out,
I just cut you out.
has anyone else? An entity like this would know whenever her food is being taken.
No, it's well, shit. He's like,
Much
well-
her.
all of us are cut out. Let's hurry.
Yeah, hurry!
I'm
We
gonna-
still need a chorus.
We still need to.
Yeah, I'll cut out the bird. The last unopened pod.
All right,
It's fine. These guys are fine. These guys
I'll
are fine.
pop the
We
pea
got this.
pod.
all right. Is anyone gonna get Mal?
I will.
Okay. Levere, hearing that something bad is going to happen very soon if you don't hurry, you grab Mal, and you are suddenly whisked into a theater of all things. The theater itself is very, very intricately designed. There are ramps and bridges that seem to extend and retract. There are several figures whose faces you can't seem to make out, all dressed in some heavy costume that is and have you ever been to McRear?
Probably once or twice.
All right, roll intelligence, roll intelligence just to know if you've ever seen one of these.
That's a 10.
You've seen them in pictures. You're pretty sure as they're rolling around on shoes that have wheels. It looks like they're dressed as what you understand to be called a locomotive. There is only one figure that you can actually recognize the face of, and that is Mal, who is expertly gliding across the stage and singing about being a train, and going up and down the ramps across the bridges that extend right in front of them as they are being rolling across, as though the track itself is being built in front of them. There are every single seat is occupied with a faceless patron, and once the big finishing number ends, the audience claps.
I just start clapping.
They start to throw roses onto the stage.
Oh boy. Everyone else is throwing roses. I'm gonna throw out one of my broken pistols.
All right. As it lands on the stage, the entire place goes quiet as it goes clunk clunk. Mal looks at you and says, "Okay, who's did that?"
On my hip.
I'm sorry?
I have a hand on my hip.
All right, who did that?
Hello again.
They kick it off the stage and says, "You know those things are very dangerous. What if that thing went off and killed someone?"
Oh, don't worry, it's jammed.
I think that would make it more dangerous.
So all life's a stage, huh?
Of course, and I'm the star.
Of course.
Come. You, seem pretty audacious. Why don't you follow me backstage and we can chat? I think I might have a role for you. We need we need someone else to play the trolley. And,
Alright.
Alright. As they, help you on stage and y'all go to the back as the, curtain falls, Mal is roller skating the entire way. As you all walk and says, "So, how'd you enjoy the show?"
Oh, I think I got in near the end.
Oh, that's a shame. You missed the best part, the Act 1 climax. It is so amazing. Everyone goes up and down the ramps and has about 3 seconds of airtime. It is very exhilarating.
I'd imagine so.
Oh yeah.
So this is your life's dream.
Yes, of course it is. I spent so much time to get into the Kimball Voss production.
That's a shame.
What?
Shame it's all an illusion.
Oh, yeah.
Do you honestly think some ho-dunk privateer from Vistar would come to a production like this?
Ah, shit. And I was having so much fun.
What did she roll? What did Mal roll?
21.
Yeah, it's a shame. We are gonna have to get out of here, though. It looks like people who stay too long turn into raisins.
No, that's not good. No, right?
No, it's
Where's
not.
the way out?
Let me just... 19?
All right. 19. You see a a door backstage with a star on it, and it seems to be radiating a dark, foreboding aura. The name on it is Arave.
Arave?
Aravae.
VAE?
Yeah, Aravae. Yes.
Alright. Okay, but before we go, I do have a question or two.
Shoot away.
This being a private place seems a bit easier than me slipping a note in your pocket.
Alright.
How do you know Precursor?
Well, I figured that'd pique your interest. Let's just
Oh,
say
absolutely.
I have secrets. It's the same way I knew about, well, where we went to. It's the same reason I found, I don't have my bag on me right now.
No, that's on your real body.
Right. I'm really good at finding secrets and learning things I shouldn't.
Hmm.
And let's leave it at that for now.
Well, I guess that nullifies the second question then.
Which was?
Oh, I was going to ask if you are a precursor.
No.
I doubt it. Once we're done with all of this, would you mind giving me a couple letters? I only need 2 more.
Fine. But you're gonna have to do something for me.
Oh, that's fine.
Alright. I'll call upon you for a favor one day.
That's fine, as long as I don't have to stab my friends.
So, where's the way out?
Oh, that door. The one with the Arave over it.
Of course it would be that. Well, let's go. Oh.
Alright.
I don't think
Oh.
either of us are prepared for what's on the other side.
Probably not.
Well,
From what it seems for all of us so far, it seems to be very traumatic.
oh. Interesting. Well, let's go. No
All
time
right,
like
then.
the present. Mal opens the door and walks through, and you see a cacophony of scenes. It looks like several scenes intersecting each other, like clipping into each other, as though like multiple cutscenes had been loaded onto the same map at the same and were running at the same time. It is very, very difficult. You can pinpoint at least 4 distinct scenarios. Would you like them to play out, or would you like to try and focus on one in particular?
I feel like if I try to let them play out, you're gonna jumble them. So, and that sounds like it's gonna be harder on you. So I'll go for one.
All right. As you try to focus on one in particular, go ahead and roll a d4.
Okie-dokie, here we go. It is 4.
All right. So you try to focus on one. The one that you focus on is a scene just outside a large circus tent. You can see a young Mal is a young elf with green hair, maybe like 8 years old, is walking around with a candied apple on a stick that's been deep fried, and is a figure whose face you can't really discern. It tells them to wait there and walks away, and then nothing happens. The kid just waits and is waiting for a long, long time, and eventually the illusion speeds up to the point of being like night, and the kid still waits there. And then suddenly Mal shoots up from the pod and is calling, Wow, what was that all about?
You know, face shit.
Uh, yeah. Was that like that with you all as well?
Yeah,
Kinda.
Alright. Well,
Mine was a bit different.
uh, well, I guess that
Here,
means I'm
cut
going to
out
have
the bird.
to lock that away. Never think about that again. Shit, where's my... Okay.
Good luck.
Shit, where's my whip? I think those
is it
fuckers
not
took...
on you?
No, it's not. Well, shit.
Ah, damn.
Well,
Fish
I got
people
the bird
probably
out.
took it.
Uh, that's terrible. So, what's next?
I'm gonna cut
We
the
free
bird
the
out.
bird and get out.
Alright. Who's freeing the bird?
I will.
Sushi.
Alright. Sushi, you stab into it and see Corvus laying there peacefully as though she's asleep.
Gonna try to forcibly drag her out of
Alright, as soon as you grab her, you're
the
whisked.
body.
As soon as you grab her, you're whisked away to the to a scene in the Raven Queen Temple of Vesfold. You can see Corvus is there in much more elaborate
Hello?
robes than the one that she wears normally, and she is currently feeding the ravens that are there. Corvus, you just High Priestess Corvus, you just finished your morning duties when you see Sushi has just popped in for a visit.
Hi, good morning. Good morning, dear Sushi. It's been quite a long time since we made our acquaintance, since the days that went by for like our adventuring pirate crew there. Such such memories. But things have calmed down with old age. Things I like seeing. Similar sights, similar people. Everything's just chill, relax.
Right, right. Didn't the birds always like get annoyed when you tried to do this?
As you say that, one of the ravens lands on Corvus's shoulder and sits down happily.
Yep, no, that totally never happened. They were always annoyed at you.
That was in the past, Sushi. Now things
Right.
are much more better. Things are a lot
Alright.
more calmer. Less
I'm
strife.
gonna look around for a door or something.
Roll perception.
Alright, perception. Perception. 21.
All right. You do get a weird feeling from the doors to the catacombs.
Awesome. Alright, Bert, you're coming with me. Just gonna walk over to pick up the priestess.
All right. Go ahead and roll athletics. Corvus, roll athletics or acrobatics.
Okay.
Or accept the grapple, if you'd like.
Wait. Athletics.
Athletics or acrobatics.
So that is simple. Acrobatics.
All right.
12.
I got a 9, so.
Oh man. As you go to reach for her, she pushes you away.
What, you
think
don't
I'll
like
be-
hugs?
I don't think I'll be taking that assertiveness from you any longer, Sushi.
Oh, but you always liked hugs.
Well, Sushi, dear, you were quite the dominant person in a relationship in the past, but things have to change. You need to respect my authority and respect my wishes. I do not want to gallivant around. I ended our tides with adventuring and just want to relax back as full once I reach old age, you know?
All right, you old bird, but so just I came here, and I need to get in there. Can't you let me in? Point at the catacombs.
Corvus, you don't know why, but you don't want to go into the catacombs. Like, you just get a bad feeling from the catacombs, and your mind comes up with any excuse or reason to not go.
Right now, I beseech you not to enter the catacombs. It is not it's not a place well off for us. It is
But don't you
most
need? But my dear, don't you need to, you know, give offering to the beloved ancestors? Your surrogate mother.
well. For my surrogate mother, I always make praise over here in the main temple here on the surface. There's no
Well,
need to
I
me to
don't.
go.
Well, I don't know how you do it in your culture, but as you know, as a priestess of the Raven Queen, you should respect all death rites. And in my culture, we make offerings to the dead at their place of rest.
Hmm.
Roll,
Won't you just guide me to your dear surrogate mother so that I may at least make myself known?
Corvus is now conflicted. On one hand, possible respects from like an old friend to the mother, but on the other hand, no one
Spooky
should
door.
actually go down the catacombs right now. No one should go. I just,
your,
I just don't really think.
your mind comes up with any excuse to not open that door,
It's
no matter how minuscule.
it really is not a good thing to do. Like, look, like going down the catacombs, it's dangerous. Like things could collapse on you based on like tectonic plates. I'm not gonna put your well-being in danger, Sushi.
You know perfectly well how easy it is for me to survive. But fine. Look, I didn't want to have to do this, but this isn't real. It's a projection.
Go ahead and roll an intelligence, Deve. Or, not Deve, Corvus. Sorry, you forgot to change your name from the one shot.
Intelligence
Like a big
check, right?
nerd.
Yes.
13.
Honestly, better
you,
than most.
that is better than most. You know, I'll give it to you, just on the fact that it's above a 10.
Wait,
Literally
what?
the second above a 10 this entire time.
Yeah, there has
Oh.
every other roll has.
People have rolled above 10, and 2 of them were NPCs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Oh
the
my
only two above 10 were NPC.
Yeah, so I'll give
Yes.
it. I'll give it to you as soon as Sushi says that. You try to think back about your earlier in the day. What did you have for breakfast? You don't remember. What about last night? What did you do yesterday? You're not sure. You try to think back on all the years that have passed since your last adventure with the crew, and you can't even remember what the last adventure is. You do remember the last thing you can remember is going underwater.
Water.
But
It's
everything else is a blur.
uh, what happened to my memory, Sushi? It's all a blank after going in the water. It's nothingness. It's
Just,
blurs.
look, I won't lie to you. Going through that door is going to hurt, but we're kind of on a deadline here, so just chop chop.
even even if things are in my head are telling me no, right now, right now, you seem to be the only thing worth trusting right now.
Even if
Given
your
our,
heart tells you no, I'm telling you yes.
mm, like Corvus just gets herself ready, like arming herself with like a knowledge about like a hidden weaponry that she holds in order to protect the church, and gets herself prepared for going down to the catacombs.
All right.
For something in her guts is just like tugging on her heartstrings, saying, "Don't go,
All right.
don't go."
You open the door and head down. Sushi, you enter spectator mode. Corvus, you enter the catacombs, and Mother Maggie is tending to the bones down there, making sure they're well kept. And she looks at you and says, "Ah, Corvus, I'm glad to see you down here. I wanted to talk to you about something."
Yes, Mother.
I know you've had some difficulties recently with some of the duties of the that we require, and I thought of a new way you could serve the Raven Queen.
Why might that be, Mother?
Tomorrow, an old friend of mine is going to be coming over. Uh, he should be arriving tomorrow. He wants to investigate those ruins that appeared in the forest a couple months ago.
Mm. All right.
I want you to assist him.
A
And
system?
yes. Just make sure that uh, you help him clear out the whatever dangers that might hold. But what's more is it will prepare you.
Prepare me for what?
There comes a time in everyone's life where they must leave the nest.
That again?
It's your time. You can't spend your entire life here. You need to go out in the world and learn why it is that we do what we do and why we protect those we protect.
Isn't it enough that I just enjoy spending time here? Like, that I'm fine with, like, what knowledge I know now? I am content.
I know,
I s-
but complacency does not build what's needed to survive. What are you going to do when I'm gone?
keep doing the same things that you would do. I would just take over, like, your duties.
I
Perhaps maybe try to find an heir.
You are my heir. You are the one that I want to train to take over my duties, but you also have to explore the world and find. You have to find the power within, just as I did.
Power within. Yeah, I do what exactly?
To do what is needed to do. You, as is, you are far behind on what you can do. I I can help purge the disease from those who are ill. It's something that you still have yet to master. And I think going out and uh, doing good in the world will help you better to master that power, as well as the other abilities that the Raven Queen grants us. Better than I could teach you.
Because maybe you're right about consistency.
Right.
Yeah, maybe so, but I kind of also wanted to be like a change that I want for myself. I don't want to just suddenly be suddenly shucked into the world, like be thrown without any like knowledge beforehand. Like even though surprises can be good, it's something that my mind is like not willing to make. If I can determine a decision for myself about wanting to go outside, I think that's when I could be like the strongest I could be for like the goal you want me to be set out
I
for
know.
improving myself.
But if it's up to you, there's a chance you may never feel ready.
I I I never felt ready.
I
I
know.
just I just
And
I really hated the fact that these mistakes keep piling on. Mistakes that I never did back in Field. Mistakes that just
you're
bite
currently
at
in.
me.
This is like the day before you met Dr. Tross. Like this
You
is.
have no memories yet.
Yeah,
I
you're
have no
basically real.
memories.
Yeah, you're
This is
bas.
not. This isn't an illusion. This is a memory.
Yeah, this is a
I mean, it
memory.
is an illusion, but
Yeah.
you don't have
A
any
memory.
memories.
I gotcha.
Wait, yeah,
I
yeah.
gotcha.
This is a memory of the night before episode 1.
I see.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I. I don't want to make mistakes. I don't want to. I don't want to do something that no one else is gonna say tell me oh maybe
If
I
you
just
never try, then you will never succeed.
know what I would be if it wasn't for you raising for me. This is the main point.
I've prepared you as best as I can. Please, do this for me at least. I don't have a long time left in this world. I'm already in my 70s.
I see. I know time eventually comes, and I'll brace myself for when that moment arrives.
Yes,
It'll be sad. It'll be very sad.
yes. I
Are
just
you
want you
real?
to be prepared to take over when I'm gone. And I feel that in order to do that, you need to experience the world similar to how I did. I believe you can do so many good things if only you stop doubting yourself.
I. I'll miss you, Mom.
I will too, but I'll always be here for you. She gives you a hug, and with that, you realize you are in Sushi's. You're currently in Sushi's arms as Sushi pulls you out of the pod.
Hey, what?
Hug the
What?
bird. Actively hug the bird.
What? What is happening? What is happening? I was trying to go to the water and help you. What's happening?
As
Uh,
uh, as you're having this moment, a light starts to fill the room. From a hole in the ceiling above, you can see a bright light starting to descend down as the figure, a figure which you all recognize as Radiance, comes down. And she comes down and says, "You've rejected my kindness, gone back on our deal. Why? Why would you rather live a life of sadness and sorrow? What is out there that I cannot supply? Why do you
Real
deny
acceptance.
happiness?"
Life's about more than just happiness.
Life is about real accomplishments.
I'm sorry, but you have rejected not only the happiness I shared with you, the world I gave you, but also the hospitality that I granted, bringing you into my home. For that,
Oh, maybe.
you can
Next
never
time.
leave. And she starts to pull the water around her, creating various what look like implements of pain and hatred. She's pulling them from her own tears, which come from her eyes
She's
in glowing
underwater.
dots. I know.
That's to cry.
Her tears glow as she forms all these pieces from her tears
Well,
to attack you with. And that is where we're going to end today's session.
Oh,
Alright.
we're fucked.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thanks, everybody on YouTube who watches. Definitely check out some of the other videos on the channel.
There are more Let's Plays than before.
Yes, there are
You
many more Let's
dialing them
Plays,
up.
such as there's
Like me and Silver playing Four Swords Adventures.
yes, or me, Biddy, Scraps, and Jester playing Mario
Party
Yeah,
7.
yeah. There's
We
also
had a lot of technical issues with that one.
yes, but we're gonna get it figured out before the next one. So yeah, definitely check all that out. Check out all the stuff on the videos on the channel, such as Chalkvy's campaign.
Yeah,
I
and the
think-
one shot that just happened.
Yeah. And leave a comment as to what would your tragic backstory be. And make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more. With that out of the way, there's nothing left to say, but good night, everybody.
nice.
Bye.
Have a good time.
Bye, everybody.